my friends, I hope you're all having a great Tuesday. I am coming on because I was thinking about my day today, and I've been cycling up and down a lot, and it just reminded me how fortunate I was to find a couple of useful tips to elevate my mood right away when I'm finding myself low. Some of them, unfortunately, you do need somebody with you, or you can just hug yourself if you want to, um, or find your favorite teddy bear or stuffy to do so. Um, I found that when I cycle quickly up and down, I have to have, hey Abby, I have to have a toolkit close by to me. So I'm able to read off a list, different ideas that'll help me bring me back to baseline and to stabilize myself. Because my baseline is usually like this, and I'm finding that when I'm up and down, I'm all over the place. So with my toolkit with me, hey Jocelyn, hey Mark, what I do is I utilize these tools to bring me back, to help me stabilize and continue on with whatever projects or work or whatever is on my day. So I'm going to share with you a couple things that I had been given to me, or things of research that I've had myself, and hopefully it'll help you as well. So first of all, activity. I can't say that enough. If you are able to, if you are functioning and able to get out for a walk, depending on the weather. If you're out in Ottawa today, it is gorgeous out, and I think we're supposed to be getting rain again for the next couple of days, so get out there and walk your buttons off. If walking it doesn't meet your needs, we do have a lot of gyms out there. Actually, if you do have mental health conditions, there is a free gym at Causeway. Just putting a plug in there because that place is amazing. Causeway Employment Center, if you look that up on Google, you'll see that it's just before downtown, and the place is brilliant for anybody that has any kind of mental health conditions, or you're just going through a hard time and you're looking for employment. It's amazing. But they have a gym downstairs, and it's run by this great guy named Chris Kelly. So back to off my tangent. Another thing is music. I find that I am susceptible to mid-90s techno music to get me into good music, so good mood. So I blast the heck out of that, and I will dance like nobody's watching, because usually nobody is watching, and I'm getting it down with my bad self. And after about 5-10 minutes of dancing around, my metabolism's up, my endorphins are being released, and any kind of stress hormones are helping me out. And sometimes do it in front of the mirror just so I can get a good laugh at myself. Sometimes I don't want to see what's wiggling. So yeah, that's an idea. Another thing too is essential oils. I don't know, people don't know much about essential oils, but a lot of the citrus smells actually are known to bring your mood up and elevate you into a better place. I have a diffuser at home. I tend to lean towards orange just because I love the smell of it. It does remind me of gummy bears, so I try to only use that as a last resort, because that will allow me that just leads me to emotional eating, and if there are gummy bears in this household, they will be devoured. So that's another idea. I know I've heard lavender works really well too. I generally use that as a calming aid for me at the end of the night. And apparently, Abby is saying bergamot is a good idea. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. Or maybe it's bergamot. It's Bergamot, but it is in the comments if you want to see. Another thing to do is to get lost on purpose. If you are finding that you are low and you have a lot of time on your hands, go discover the city. Go out into the boonies and discover back roads if you could drive. I used to do this a lot when I was not employed or working for myself. I used to just wander the city, and I would come across these, like the Nepean Museum out in the West End. I love it. It's small. The staff are friendly. It's engaged. I don't know if it's still open, but getting lost in your own city and discovering new things about the world around you and the city that's around you is always fun and educating. And when you're learning something, your brain is cooking, and you're able to A, distract yourself, and B, you're releasing endorphins because your body is being challenged, and there's something new going on. So again, it's helping those stress hormones. The next thing is hugs. Who doesn't like a good hug? It really depends on the day for me. It's funny because my partner, he's very touch oriented. His love language is one of his big love languages is touch. Mine is actions. And sometimes I do not like getting touched, but on the days that I do enjoy it, a big long hug and being able to feel comfort, that helps a lot for too. So the human touch, we are wired to be cared for, to care for others, and that does include touch. So you might be a little bit of a non-toucher like I am, but if you're open to it, that is a great resource for a safe person that you care for. Another thing is smaller projects. So in crisis mode, my brain goes out in a tizzy, and I think about all the things that I have not accomplished. I'll think about like how I haven't saved enough, or how we don't have a house yet. I'll think about like, Casey's orthodontal bills coming out, stuff in the household, clean out our storage area. I'll think about all the big things in our area, in our lives, that I just haven't been taken care of. And what I do to help myself to overcome that is I make a task list of 3 smaller projects. I'm talking about like maybe 20 minutes at max. Well, normally would take me 20 minutes at max to do just 3 simple projects that I can accomplish during the day. And that does me a world of good, because I feel like I'm accomplishing something that I've been meaning to do. Whether it takes me, 20 minutes to 2 hours to do it, at least I know it's done, that I've accomplished something, and I've been successful for myself as well as for my family. So it might be something that be opportune for those people who like lists and love to organize. It is definitely a go-to for me during crisis mode for some reason. Accomplishing tasks in my having a to-do list during crisis works wonders. So that's an idea. Entertainment. Going out to see a live band. I recommend Daisy Train, because I'm putting that poke in there because I see that John is still watching. Going out, seeing a local band, going out to watch a movie that you've been wanting to see, going out to watch spoken word, or seeing a live, or like an open mic night, going to see a comedy group of all things, like going out to see a comedian, like an open night, comedian night, or like, going to your local comedy events. I mean, how awesome would that be when you're feeling low, is to go out somewhere and get a good laugh on. Hey Kirsty, hope you're having a good day. So that's an idea too. And lastly, I find if I'm having a hard time, I just talk out loud. Whether it's me in my agnostic state, or if I'm into like my Christianity, if you're speaking to your creator, just speaking, not only if you're spiritual or non-spiritual, speaking your problems out loud so you can actually hear them. And if you're speaking them to whoever your God may be, it helps you connect with your God or your creator or whomever you are spiritually connecting to. But in the least, you're connecting it to yourself. So you're able to recognize what is triggering you out loud, and you're able to hear yourself and be able to see what part of the situation is really impacting the most. And that might enable you to be able to focus in on that issue in a healthy manner, and be able to resolve it. If you're finding that it's triggering you, then please don't. So these are just things that I do that help me personally, that I'm just giving an idea out there to the rest of the world. Again, by no means am I a therapist or somebody that works in the mental health capacity, but these are just ideas that have worked for me in the past that I wanted to share with you all today. So again, I know that it's hard. I mean, like today I had a pretty spinning morning, and I understand, I get it, and I know what it's like to feel highs and wanting to spend thousands of dollars, which I have in the past. Finally paid it off. And just like, I just wanted to get it out there. Like, these are ideas that I use for myself, that I'm here, that there are other people out there. You're not alone, and I hope you all have a good day.